Hi, I'm Peter Bradley. I'm the director of the honors program at Ferris State University, and I'm also a member of the NCHC's Professional Development Committee. I'm creating a toolkit for social media. This is one of the how-to videos. This is the how to set up Google and Google Plus video. If you haven't watched the first of the how-tos, you can go back and do that now. It should be called How-To 1A. This is the second video. We should have already watched video 1A, which is about your brand. And so we're at the stage where we get to set up Google. Google account is the root account for all of these. All the emails will be sent through that. And so it's very important that that ID is usable only by you, and you should have checked that in the last video. If you haven't, go do it now, and then we'll get started. Okay, so the first thing we have to do is set up a Google account. You'll use this account to set up all of the others. So go to Google and click Log In, and you'll see this site, and you go to Create Account. Okay, here's the information you have to provide for a Google account. First name, last name, I'm going to use Engage Ferris. Remember, we checked this before, so we should be fine with Engage Ferris. Password, same rules, you know. Keep this in mind, by the way, because we're going to use this password on all of the sites. Now, Google does require you to have a birthday. It doesn't really matter what you pick. Just make sure you pick something that you would be if you were a person over 18. I usually start the beginning of the semester for the year that our honors program was founded, which was 1997. So we're going to do August 15, 1997. For gender, prefer not to say. You don't need to put in a phone number if you want to. It helps with security, but you don't need to. And current email address, this is the one place we're going to link to our real personality. So drpeterbradley@gmail.com, that's my Gmail address. And this is the only place where this system will know that. I'll look over the terms and privacy and say I agree. Okay, so when you're ready, click continue, and we're back here at the main page for Google. In the upper right up here, this is the place where your username is said. So Engage Ferris, engageferris@gmail.com. Make sure that you're signed into this account and not some other Google account that you have. It's where you can add a new one if you want to start over, but just make sure that it's all there. Okay, right next to this Engage Ferris is this little thing, and it's all the Google's apps, and we're going to go to Google Plus. Okay, when you get there, you're going to get a splash screen, and you're going to get another splash screen, and then you've got to go through this section where it's stuff that you're interested in. You can pick whatever, but remember that you're the program, not a person here, so don't pick, cage fighting. All right, let's see. We're going to try to find someone that we know. So let's go to drpeterbradley@gmail.com, that's me, and we're going to follow, there I am down at the bottom, we're going to follow me. And what that's going to do is prompt us to create our profile on Google+. It's all the same information as Google, so I hit Create Profile, and we now have a Google+ profile. We're going to need to upload a photo, so grab one. I've got some set up on my desktop. Okay, no I don't, so we're going to skip that for now, and we'll come back to it in a moment. All right, let's close that little annoying thing. Let's get rid of it, and notifications. Okay, let's follow me again because it didn't actually follow me, just set me up. And okay, got it. We are following drpeterbradley@gmail.com. So click on Home. This is your main page. This is like your wall on Facebook. And if you click on Profile, this is where your information is. And once again, we've got this big splash image, and we've got our name, and we're going to have to set those. The easiest way to set this up is to click over here on Edit Profile. That's going to do everything in one place. So go over to the right and click Edit Profile. And there you'll see you need an image. So you click there, click Upload Photos. Now my images are in place. So I'm going to grab that photo. This is a picture of me and my son at the TEA event, the STEM event that I talked about in the last video. And so we're going to grab that image, and we've got to resize it a little. And then we're going to click that one and upload another image. This is just a picture of Mr. Ferris's sculpture, and that will be our main profile pic. You also get to put your tagline in here, and again, this is something that you should think about carefully. For me, we're just going to throw this together. So we got a resource for parents, caregivers, and friends of Ferris State University. That's good. And save. And there we go. There's your header, and there's our little profile icon. Okay, so Google Plus is just like Facebook or Twitter. It's got other people on it that you're supposed to meet. So if we click over here on people, we can see who we're following. There I am. We're already following me. And followers, we don't have any followers yet. Notifications, there's no new notifications. You could set up events here, and you can create an event. People can RSVP for it, or a Hangout, which is a video conference. If you click on settings, these are some of the privacy settings. They're set to circles, which are the different groups of people you might share things with. You can come back and look at this much later in detail, but for now, everything by default should be set basically correctly. Yeah, it all looks good. If you ever want to delete your account, this is where you do that as well. See at the bottom there, that's where you delete the account. Okay, let's move on. Okay, if you click on home, then you go back to this main page where there's the stories for you to read. Down here in the lower left, there's Google Plus for your brand. Can you see it there on the left? So click on that. Okay, this gets you to a Google Plus page. Click on create, and your brand account name, that's your handle. So for us, it's Engage Ferris. And click create. And this will tell you, basic things about the brand. So click enable. And here we're going to go through the same routine. We're going to click on the splash screens and continue and maybe pick a couple of things. Click let's go. And then here we can click communities. And communities are groups of users that you might want to interact with. So for us, we do community events for different age groups. So we're going to set it for age groups. So I'm going to create one really quickly, which is parents and caregivers of middle school aged children. For an honors program, you could do by cohort. You could do, cohort 2017, and then next year create one for cohort 2018, et cetera, et cetera. So we click done. And that's going to create the community. Again, we have images to place. If you click here and go to edit community, then, there's preferences first and close that. So go to edit community. And then we can do the same thing. We can upload photos that are existing. These are already in the system, so I'm just going to reuse them. And another tagline. This tagline is not the same as the general brand. It's for discussion of just about the middle school population. So I'm going to put in a slightly different tagline. All of these are going to be searchable by Big Google, right? So if someone puts in middle school aged Ferris engagement, you're going to find this. I think enriching activities is a little better, and we're going to make sure we have middle schoolers in there, and everything looked great, so click done. Okay, now click back up on Google+. We go back to home, and all the way back to Google. Let's check Gmail. That wasn't there before, or at least we weren't logged in, so now Gmail is there, and it's going to load, and it's going to give us a welcome to Gmail. See, it thinks Engage is our first name. Okay, so welcome to Google+, and there it is. So everything is good from Gmail. Remember, we're going to have to come back here and confirm emails from the other sites, so we just want to make sure that everything is working. The last step is to make sure that we appear in the search results over on the right-hand side with this little box that has a little bit of information on it. You've probably seen it. What that is a Google business. Here, I'll show you an example. So just search for honors program at Ferris State. So on the right here, see, we get more information. We've got a button there that says website. It's got my images. The site, it also has a map there that users can click on their phone and then find the directions. So this is what we want to set up. So go back to the main Google site, and down here in the lower left, it says business. Click on that. Okay, this is how to get your business on Google. So click Start Now. And we're now in Google My Business. So this is your real honors program. So make sure you have your real address in there. I'm going to say the Ferris Office of Community Engagement for us. I'm actually not going to complete this yet because the Ferris Office of Community Engagement doesn't have an address yet, but it will. So I'll show you what it would look like, but I'm not going to hit submit on this. So we put in the street address. Again, we don't really have one, so we're just going to use the Ferris address, the main address for Ferris State and Big Rapids, Michigan. And there we go, 49341. And the business phone, this one is real. We do have a business phone, so for the Office of Community Engagement. So we're going to put that in. Category is education. We're going to pick educational institution. And for the website, we're going to use the website we're building, the one that we will build at least on WordPress. So this is engageferris.wordpress.com. Whoops. Okay, there we go. engageferris.wordpress.com. All right, so I don't click continue on this one because that site isn't completed yet, and I will in the future. But if you click continue, then the next step is we're going to set up Twitter. So back to the list, this is what we're looking at, and we're going to move on to Twitter in the next video, which is 1C, Twitter. See you there.